Hey there! Ever notice how staying healthy feels like it gets harder every year? Well, what if I told you that just 30 minutes of the right exercises could help keep diabetes at bay? I'm talking about 6 powerful movements that are changing the game for women over 50. And trust me, that last exercise, it's a total breakthrough that doctors can't stop talking about. So grab your comfy shoes because we're about to transform your health journey. No fancy gym required. Now let's talk about why this matters so much for us women, especially as we cross that fabulous 50 threshold. Here's something wild. Our bodies actually process sugar differently as we age. Those cookies that were no big deal in our 30s, they're hitting our system in totally new ways now. And it's not just about what we eat. Our hormones are doing their own little dance, making it harder to keep those blood sugar levels stable. But here's the exciting part. Movement is like magic for our bodies. Every time you exercise, you're basically turning your muscles into sugar-burning machines. They start gobbling up glucose like teenagers raid the fridge. And get this, research shows that women our age who exercise regularly can slash their diabetes risk by up to 40%. That's not just a number, that's freedom to enjoy life without constantly worrying about blood sugar. I've picked these 6 exercises specifically for women like us. They're not just random movements, they're carefully chosen to work with our changing bodies. You know those annoying knee aches? That lower back that sometimes acts up? Yeah, I thought about all of that. Each exercise is gentle on our joints but tough on diabetes risk. Now before we jump in, and I know you're excited to start, let's get the serious stuff out of the way. Have a quick chat with your doctor before starting any new exercise routine, especially if you've been more Netflix and chill than fitness and thrill lately. Remember, we're not trying to become Olympic athletes here. We're aiming for sustainable, enjoyable movement that fits into our real lives. And here's a little secret. These exercises, they do way more than just help with diabetes prevention. We're talking better sleep, more energy, stronger bones, and yes, even a mood boost. Because let's be honest, we could all use a little more pep in our step, right? Exercise 1, the Power Walk Plus. Ladies, we're starting with something you already know how to do. Walking? But wait, don't click away just yet because this isn't your regular walk around the block. This is what I call the Power Walk Plus, and it's become my secret weapon for fighting high blood sugar. Did you know that a study from Harvard showed that women who did this specific type of walking cut their diabetes risk by almost a third? Here's what makes this different. We're going to tap into something called interval walking. Think of it like a conversation with your best friend. Sometimes you're talking quietly, sometimes you're getting excited and animated. Your walking pace will do the same thing. Start with a comfortable 3-minute stroll, just like you're window shopping. Now, here's where the magic happens. Pick up your pace for the next 30 seconds. You should be walking fast enough that singing would be tough, but you can still chat. Picture rushing to catch the early bird special at your favorite restaurant. That's the perfect pace. Then ease back to your shopping pace for 2 minutes. The real secret? Your arm movement. Bend those elbows at 90 degrees and swing them purposefully. This isn't just for show, it actually helps your body process sugar better. Each arm swing is like sending a little wake-up call to your metabolism. Now here's what you might be thinking. What if I can't walk fast? Or what about my achy knee? I hear you. If regular walking bothers your joints, try this in a pool or use walking poles. They're like magic wands for stability, and they actually help you burn 20% more calories. Start with 15 minutes total doing this fast, slow pattern. As you get stronger, and trust me you will, work your way up to 30 minutes. Do this 3 times a week, and you'll start noticing changes not just in your blood sugar, but in your energy levels too. Here's a pro tip that none of the fancy fitness guides tell you. Timing matters. Try this walk 30 minutes after breakfast when your blood sugar is naturally rising. It's like catching a wave at just the right moment. Your body will thank you for it. And please, don't worry about speed in the beginning. This isn't about breaking records, it's about breaking the cycle of rising blood sugar. Some of my most successful clients started by just walking to their mailbox and back. Now they're power walking through their neighborhoods, waving at neighbors who can barely keep up. Remember, shoulders back, chin up, and proud posture. Not just for good form, but because you're doing something amazing for your health. And if anyone asks why you're smiling while you walk, tell them you're busy turning back the clock on your blood sugar. Exercise 2, the chair champion sequence. Now, what if I told you that your favorite chair could be the key to controlling blood sugar? I know it sounds too good to be true, but stick with me here. This next exercise is what I call the chair champion sequence, and it's a game changer for women who want to stay active but need something gentle on their joints. Think about it. How many times do you get up from a chair each day? Probably dozens, right? Well, we're going to turn that everyday movement into a powerful diabetes-fighting tool. The science behind this is fascinating. Each time you do this sequence, you activate the largest muscles in your body. And those muscles are like hungry teenagers when it comes to eating up blood sugar. Here's how to do it. Start by sitting at the edge of your chair, feet flat on the ground, about shoulder width apart. Now, here's the secret sauce. Before you stand up, tighten your tummy like you're about to zip up a pair of tight jeans. As you rise, push through your heels, not your toes. Think about it like you're trying to push the floor away from you. The magic happens when you're fully standing. Instead of just plopping back down, we've all been there. Lower yourself down as slowly as you can count to 5. It's like you're trying to sit on a cloud, nice and gentle. That slow down part? That's when your muscles are doing their best blood sugar busting work. Now here's what makes this different from just getting up and down. We're adding arm movements. As you stand, raise your arms forward like you're reaching for something on a high shelf. When you sit, lower them slowly. This turns a simple sit stand into a full body glucose destroyer. Start with 5 repetitions, rest for a minute, then do another 5. Build up to 3 sets of 10 over time. And here's a little secret from my most successful clients. They do this while watching their favorite TV shows. Commercial break, perfect time for a set. What if the regular version feels too tough? No problem. Use your hands to push off the chair arms initially. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is better blood sugar control. As you get stronger, try using less and less arm support. Here's the best part. You can do this anywhere. At church, waiting for your doctor's appointment, or even at those long family dinners. Between courses, of course. Every stand and sit is a victory for your health. Exercise 3, the kitchen counter balance boost. You're probably wondering what your kitchen counter has to do with diabetes prevention. Well, get ready, because I'm about to share one of the most overlooked exercises that's helping thousands of women regulate their blood sugar. And you can do it while waiting for your coffee to brew. Did you know that balance exercises are like a secret switch for your metabolism? When we work on balance, our body activates deep core muscles that most exercises don't reach. And here's the amazing part. These muscles are incredibly hungry for glucose. Every wobble and stabilization is actually helping to lower your blood sugar. Here's how to do it. Stand facing your kitchen counter about an arm's length away. Place your fingertips lightly on the counter. We're talking butterfly wing light here, just enough to feel secure. Now slowly lift your right heel off the ground, then roll up onto the ball of your foot, like you're reaching for something on the top shelf without a step stool. The secret is in what happens next. Hold that position and make tiny circles with your raised heel, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. Imagine you're drawing tiny numbers on the floor with your heel. Each circle is telling your body to wake up those sugar-burning muscles. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I'm not steady on my feet? Here's where the counter comes in. It's like having a friend nearby just in case. As you get stronger, try using just one finger on the counter, then eventually no hands at all. My client Martha started holding the counter with both hands, and now she does this while cooking dinner. Do 10 small circles in each direction, then switch feet. That's 1 set. Build up to 3 sets on each side. The best part? You can do this while watching the morning news, waiting for the microwave, or even chatting on the phone with your grandkids. Here's a pro tip that changed everything for my clients. Try this exercise first thing in the morning. Your body's blood sugar is usually highest then, so you're catching it at the perfect time. Plus, morning balance work sets you up for better stability all day long. And ladies, don't forget to breathe. So many of us hold our breath when we're concentrating. Keep breathing normally. Oxygen is like fuel for those sugar-burning muscles we're activating. Exercise 4, the Golden Age Goddess Twist. Ladies, if you're still with me, you're in for a treat. This next exercise is what I call the Golden Age Goddess Twist, and it's revolutionizing how we think about blood sugar control. You know that stubborn belly fat that seems to appear overnight after 50? Well, this twist targets exactly that area. And here's the incredible part. It helps your organs become more sensitive to insulin. Picture this. You're standing like a queen because you are one. Feet planted firmly about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Now, imagine you're standing between 2 glass walls. You can't lean forward or back. Here's where the magic happens. Place your hands on your hips like you're about to tell your grandkids a story they won't believe. The movement is gentle but powerful. Keeping your lower body completely still, rotate your upper body to the right, like you're trying to look at something interesting behind you. But here's the key. Move slowly like you're moving through honey. Each inch of the twist is waking up those deep abdominal muscles that help regulate your blood sugar. Now, here's what your doctor might not tell you. This twisting motion actually massages your internal organs, specifically your pancreas. Think of it like giving your insulin-producing organ a gentle spa treatment. My client Barbara calls it her internal massage, and her numbers have never looked better. If standing feels like too much, no worries. You can do this sitting in a sturdy chair. Just remember, tall spine, shoulders relaxed, and twist from your waist, not your neck. Start with 5 gentle twists to each side, holding each twist for the time it takes to say, I am getting healthier every day. Here's a little secret that made this exercise a game changer for my Wednesday morning group. Pair it with deep breathing. Inhale as you center, exhale as you twist. It's like telling your body, release that sugar, honey. Some of my ladies even report better digestion. Talk about a bonus. Exercise 5, the sugar-busting circle dance. Get ready for something special because this next move is what I like to call our secret weapon against rising blood sugar. The sugar-busting circle dance isn't really a dance, but it'll make you feel like you're at a fun workout party and your blood sugar won't know what hit it. Remember those hula hoops we used to love? Well, this movement borrows that same fluid motion, but without the hoop. Stand with your feet a bit wider than your hips, like you're about to start telling a really good story. Now imagine you're drawing a big circle with your hips, like you're stirring a giant pot of your famous soup. Here's the fascinating part. This hip circle motion actually triggers special sensors in your body that help regulate blood sugar. Scientists discovered that this gentle swaying movement wakes up something called glucose transporters. Think of them like tiny vacuum cleaners, sucking up extra sugar from your bloodstream. Start by moving your hips in a circle to the right 5 times, then switch to the left. The secret is to make it smooth, like you're slow dancing at your high school reunion. My client Janet was skeptical at first, but now she does this while watching her evening shows. Her doctor couldn't believe the improvement in her numbers. Having trouble staying balanced? Here's a pro tip from my most successful students. Keep one hand lightly on a chair or counter, and imagine you're drawing perfect circles on the floor with your belly button. And remember, smaller circles work just as well as big ones. We're not trying to win any dance competitions here. What makes this exercise extra special is that it's actually strengthening your core while it helps control blood sugar. 2 birds, 1 stone, and who doesn't love that at our age? Plus, it's gentle on those joints that sometimes like to remind us they're there. Exercise 6, the metabolism miracle move. Ladies, if you've made it this far, get ready for the crown jewel of our diabetes fighting routine. This last exercise is so powerful that researchers are calling it the metabolism miracle. I've saved the best for last because once you learn this move, your whole relationship with blood sugar is going to change. Think of this as your body's reset button. We're combining gentle movement with something scientists call dynamic tension. Fancy words for a simple but powerful exercise. Here's the incredible part. This movement can activate muscle cells to absorb sugar from your blood for up to 48 hours after you do it. That's like having a 24/7 blood sugar security guard. Start by standing with your feet hip-width apart or sit tall in a chair if that's more comfortable. Extend your arms out to your sides like you're about to give the world's biggest hug. Now, make your hands into soft fists. Not too tight, just gentle. Here comes the magic. As you bring your arms slowly in front of you, imagine you're moving through thick honey. The resistance should come from your muscles, not from locking your joints. When your hands meet in front of your chest, press them together gently for 3 seconds. It's like you're praying for good health, and your body is answering. As you slowly move your arms back out, keep that same honey-like resistance. Each movement should take about 5 seconds in each direction. Here's why this works so brilliantly. This slow, controlled movement combines resistance training with something called mindful muscle engagement. Every time you press your hands together, you're triggering what scientists call the glucose uptake pathway. In simple terms, you're telling your body to open the doors and let that sugar in where it belongs, in your muscles. My client Dorothy was skeptical when I first showed her this one. "It looks too easy," she said, but after 3 weeks of doing this exercise every morning, her doctor called to ask what she was doing differently. Her blood sugar numbers had improved more than they had in the past 5 years. Start with 5 repetitions, focusing on that slow, honey-like movement. Build up to 3 sets of 10. And here's the best part. You can do this while watching TV, sitting in church, or even during those long phone calls with your chatty sister. Since you've stayed with me through all 6 exercises, I've got something special for you. A complete weekly plan that's already working wonders for thousands of women. Think of this as your roadmap to better blood sugar control. First, let's talk about your weekly schedule. The key is to space these exercises out so your body can make the most of each movement. Here's what works best. Start your week with the Power Walk Plus on Monday morning. It's like telling your body, hey, we're doing something good this week. Tuesday is perfect for your chair champion sequence. Think of it as your coffee break activity. Take Wednesday to focus on your kitchen counterbalance boost. Remember, morning is best when those blood sugar levels are naturally higher. Thursday belongs to your Golden Age Goddess twist. It's like giving your organs a midweek massage. Save the sugar-busting circle dance for Friday and treat yourself to the metabolism miracle move on Saturday. Sunday? That's your choice. Pick your favorite movement or take a gentle walk. Now here's the golden nugget of wisdom that changed everything for my most successful clients. Track your progress, but not just your blood sugar numbers. Notice how your clothes fit differently, how you have more energy to play with the grandkids, how you're sleeping better at night. These are the real victories. A quick note about timing. If you're taking diabetes medication or insulin, always do these exercises about 2 hours after eating. It's like catching the perfect wave. Your body will respond best at this time. And keep a small, healthy snack nearby just in case. A handful of almonds or a piece of fruit works perfectly. Remember, this journey isn't a sprint. It's more like a pleasant stroll through your favorite park. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's completely normal. The magic happens when you keep showing up for yourself, one gentle movement at a time. Ladies, we've just walked through a journey that could change your relationship with diabetes forever. These 6 simple but powerful exercises aren't just movements. They're your tools for taking control of your health. Remember how we started? Wondering if it was possible to influence your blood sugar naturally? Well, now you have the blueprint to do exactly that. Think about what this means for your future. No more worrying every time you want to enjoy dessert with your grandkids. No more feeling helpless about your health. You're now equipped with exercises that work with your body, not against it. And the best part? You can do them right at home. No fancy equipment needed. I want you to make a promise to yourself right now. Promise that you'll try at least one of these exercises tomorrow. Just one. Because that single movement is your first step toward better health. And if you're wondering which one to start with, choose the one that made you think, I could do that, while watching this video. If this video helped you see diabetes prevention in a new light, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other women like you find this information. And here's something special. Share in the comments which exercise you're starting with tomorrow. I read every comment, and nothing makes me happier than hearing your success stories. Remember, you're not just fighting diabetes, you're building a stronger, healthier version of yourself. And that journey starts with your very next movement. See you in the next video, where we'll dive into foods that complement these exercises perfectly.